everybody. I am Luciana, the emotional mastery coach. I am a modern day ordained Buddhist priest, and I teach women how to master their emotions using mindfulness. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you a little bit about 3 things that I wish I knew before I started my own conscious-based business. And I know many of you are really going to relate with a lot of that I'm going to share. So I hope this video is helpful. Before we begin, if you are choosing to live a more conscious life and you want to learn more about spirituality, meditation, and emotional mastery, I will invite you to subscribe and click on that little bell button so you can be the first one to be notified of upcoming videos. So I have been running my conscious-based business for close to 7 years. Now, of course, my business started very small, started with a dream, like many of us that have a passion for supporting others, many of us that may be healers, that may be teachers, that may be coaches. And it started with a dream. I wanted to make a difference in the life of others. But then now, 7 years later, as I look back at everything that I've gone through, there are 3 things that stand out for me that I just wish I knew, that I wish somebody would have told me when I started. And now I want to share them with you, almost like in hopes that I would have watched something like this when I started my own business. So I hope this information is helpful. The number 1 thing that I wish somebody would have told me is that things don't need to be perfect in order for things to be successful. And for the longest time, the reason why I always held back in taking chances in my business, even starting my business, I could have started a long time before. It's because I always thought I needed to wait until something was perfect, either that I was already super knowledgeable on a technique, or that I already had the perfect location where I was going to see my clients, or that I knew everything about the online world and how to make videos and how to create courses in order to start. And it took me a long time to accept that it was just my own fear holding me back. So if you are in a place where you know that you've been wanting to start or grow your conscious-based business, and you are telling yourself, okay, I will, but first I need this, and first I need that, I would say just start. Another thing that happens to us that love supporting others, if we are healers, if we want to work with energy work, if we want to be coaches, is that we may be naturally inclined and even love to learn about personal development and spiritual growth, that we may also sabotage ourselves by always telling ourselves, I need to learn more about a specific technique, so I'm going to join another class. And what I say, I always join different things. I'm always learning. But you can learn and also take action at the same time, because the only way that you're going to be good at something is through practice, which actually takes me to point number 2. The first client that I saw, I want to tell you that I sat there like knowing that I knew the knowledge, that I knew the technique I was going to use, but I had no idea if it was going to be successful, and I still moved into action. The reason why I feel so confident about what I do now, it's because I've done it a lot of times. So that is tip number 2. Take action and start practicing what it is that you do. The only way you're gonna stand out, let's say in the lives of people, it's because you are so consistent with doing something so much that the results are inevitable. So this is the other thing. Even if you're learning a lot of different things because you want to, because you can, because you love it, practice one thing a lot so you can be very good at it. One of the things that I see the most is that I see people, for example, that start wanting to do Reiki, and they do a little bit of Reiki, see a couple of clients, and then they want to do coaching, and they do a little bit of coaching, and then they want to do something else, and they do a little bit of something else. Is it wrong? No. I do the same thing, with the exception that I always continue to do them all. I never stopped. Like when I started doing Reiki, I continued. When I started coaching, which was kind of at the same time, I continued. And for a while, I felt a little bad that it was confusing for people, that they would be like, so you do hypnotherapy and Reiki and life coaching and you teach meditation. And it was like, that's a lot of things. But for me, even though I did a lot of different things, I have done them consistently for 7 years. And that is the reason why I am good at them. So practice is important, and that's what I'm getting to. Maybe some of you go like, oh no, I don't like doing so many things. I'm just gonna do life coaching. Great. And start practicing now. The moment you take your first course, the moment you have the ability to do your first session, set yourself a little goal. Even if you haven't opened your business with family members, with friends, I do 3 Reiki sessions a month. I do 3 life coaching sessions a month. For example, with friends and family. So as you are learning, you are creating practice, because confidence is born from your trust in yourself, because you've seen the results over and over again. And that is the only way that you're going to build confidence in the results that you bring to others. Tip number 3, and this one is a big one. I invite you to get clear on the difference between a hobby and something you're very passionate about, and a business and something that you want to create money out of. And both of them can be things that you are actually passionate. So maybe I should have described it that way. You can have a hobby that you're passionate about, and you can create a business where you offer a service or sell a product, and you're very passionate about it. But the main difference between both is that with the hobby, you're not trying in any way to make money or make an income, and with the business, you are. Especially for us that are in the realm of holistic healing, holistic practitioners, life coaches, spiritual teachers, meditation teachers, yoga teachers, Reiki practitioners, and everything else that probably I am not naming. We may very easily be so passionate to create an impact in the lives of others and just block our energy because of either fear of bringing the topic of money and finances into that world, or simply because creating the money or running the business is not our passion. So the number 3 tip is you have to be open and start learning about the business aspect right away. If, of course, you have the financial opportunity to have somebody else run all of the business aspect of it for you, that is amazing, and go for it. Because I would have totally done that myself. In my case, that wasn't the case, so I had to do it myself. So I poured all of this kind of energy into learning more healing modalities and how to even create more impact in the lives of my clients. And remember, maybe not even practicing, just learning and consuming information without putting the practice part into it. And then I never learned anything about the business at the beginning. What happened? That is the number 1 reason why holistic businesses and conscious businesses fail. Because we have good-hearted people that really want to create an impact in the world that maybe never thought about the business aspect of it, and it becomes too overwhelming, or obviously they have to pay the bills and the business part or the income is not coming in, so they have to stop. So from the beginning, like right now, I would invite you to begin to educate yourself on that aspect of business. And what I mean by that is from things as simple as the foundation of how to register a business, how to begin to create a business, how to create a website. It could be things of how to begin to attract clients and sales, how to do all of those things that not many life coaching or even Reiki or any other kind of certification teaches you. I find it so valuable to do that. Because the moment that you plant that seed within you and you have some knowledge, you may not become an expert and maybe you don't even love it that much, but at least until you have the ability to hire somebody else to help you do that, you are able to do it on your own. So those are the 3 tips that I want to share with you today. Things don't have to be perfect. Start practicing whatever it is that you want to offer to others right away so you can build confidence and bring results. And learn about the business aspect, even if it's little by little, even if it's here through YouTube. You don't even have to spend money. There's so many resources out there, but begin to do that. So if you find this information helpful, if you have any questions at all, you can find me on social media as the Emotional Mastery Coach, and I would love, love, love to hear from you. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon. you.